Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Bree here. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see anything, you want to hear me talk about anything, do a tutorial on anything, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I did a poll on Twitter. You guys voted, and it is a tie between biggest regret and word of advice. So today I'm going to be doing biggest regret. Like I said, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Sorry for taking about 2.5 weeks to upload another video. If you can't tell, I had a stupid cold sore and it's just not going away. So please don't mind the nice, lovely little crappy scab on my lip, which is disgusting. I'm so sorry. And hope you enjoy the video, all right? Biggest regret as an athlete. My biggest regret as an athlete would probably have to be never going back. And what I mean by that is I played fast pitch softball for about 10, 11 years out of my 24 years of life. And I played all the way up until my sophomore year of college. I found out I had a torn muscle in my shoulder, my throwing arm, from overuse. I came back home, I ended up getting the surgery, and I just never went back. And that's always going to kind of hang over me because of never knowing what I could have been, where my career could have taken, the person I would have been, going through the recovery process and then getting myself to go back and work harder. I don't know what happened, but I think I let fear of failing control me. That is always going to be probably my biggest regret as an athlete. If you know me personally, you know that I'm very competitive. I hate losing. I hate, being average. I always wanted to be, you know, better than most of the kids, and I had to be the first one done on certain things, and I was just that kid. But growing up, I wasn't really you know motivated to practice on my own. If I was around people with my team or with other players, oh, I would work my ass off in front of them because everyone's looking at me. But if you ask me like, hey, let's go out and hit, I'd be like, why? I'm already batting, 500 on my team. Why do I need to go hit? And I think to this day, I have so much regret of not working hard and just having that kind of mentality. But I'll never know what I could have been or who I would be. Not saying that I regret my life now because I have a beautiful daughter, I have a wonderful husband, but it's always going to hang over me as an athlete. I think for those who do play sports and ended up giving it up due to injury, you're always going to have something kind of hanging over your head. I still play slow pitch to this day. I still coach kids because I can never get away from it. I love it too much. It's just a part of me. It's in my blood. I can't help but wonder if I'd ever, make an Olympic team or make the one of the professional leagues these days. But my biggest regret is just never going back because fear controlled my decision of I'm never going to be as good as I was. I feared failing. I feared not being in control. And what if I get hurt again? And it's just all those things. And I think that by far is probably my biggest regret. I know I keep saying that, and it's probably really annoying, and I'm really sorry. Biggest regret as a person would have to probably be a little bit of two things. Is I am horrible at money management. A part of being an athlete, I never went back to school in general. I never graduated college. That is a big missing chunk in my life because I never got to have that, I guess you can say rite of passage. You graduate high school, that's a rite of passage. You graduate college, that's a rite of passage. You get your first job in a career that you want, that is a rite of passage. You get married, have a kid. So I have already surpassed, I graduated high school, getting married, I had a kid, but I never had my rite of passage of graduating college. And I think for me, that's a big regret because, even to this day, I still don't know what I would want to be or what career I want to take. And I think that's also a big, part of why I never went back because I just don't know who I want to be or what I want to do with my life and want to go to school for, 8 more years just to get a piece of paper and then, have to scramble for a job especially when you live in Southern California. It's so crowded and there's so many people, and it's hard to find a decent job or a decent paying job without having to have 3 or 4 decent paying jobs to live here. So along with that, I've always teach hitting on the side, which is a little bit of a money income for me. But that's probably the only job I've ever had. I've never tried to go and get a regular job or a 9 to 5 job or even a fast food job, because and I never really got into it. I just kind of was lucky enough to have that income for lessons, for hitting and catching and fielding to kind of supply me with the amount of money that I need. Well, now that I'm a parent, luckily my husband works a 9 to 5 job, and that's a good source of income for us and our bills. But we still end up scrambling for money as far as personal use. We always make sure our daughter has what she needs, diapers, wipes, and stuff. But I've had to cut back a lot, and that was really hard for me because I like to spend money on myself, which is a horrible thing to say. But I liked going and getting my nails done. I liked going and getting facials, and I liked going and getting, my eyebrows waxed and buying clothes. But now it's more like I'm selling my clothes, supply a little bit more income for myself. So I think my biggest regret as a person is just never being motivated enough to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and graduate college and get an actual real job and learn to manage my money properly. It's all part about being an adult. Yes, I could always go back to college, but even to this day, like I said, I don't know what I want to be or what I want to do. Down the road, I won't let fear control me as a person, because as far as school goes, I think my biggest fear is just failing. I don't like to fail. I've never failed a class like in school until I got to college. And then I just failed a lot. That was punch in the face for me, because I always did what I could to get the grades that I needed. And when I got to college, it was just overwhelming, and so much stuff had happened, and it really got the best of me. Hopefully one day I'll get over it and maybe, try online school or find a course that's, for a career that I can graduate in. Those are probably my biggest regret as an athlete and as a person. Um, Both apparently have to do with a little bit of college kind of dampering on my life. Yeah, that is about it. I'll try to get videos out weekly, but if you comment down below anything you want to see, that is also very helpful. I'll be coming out with another video probably next week about, my word of advice to you guys, my viewers, and we'll go from there.